Okay, today we're going to talk about AWS Batch. So AWS Batch is a service which essentially gives a abstracted way to run jobs in AWS on a number of different technologies. I wouldn't worry too much for the purpose of the exam about the depth of services. Having a high-level overview of Batch is going to be enough for you. Knowing when you might want to use it. You need to know exactly how to use it for the purposes of the exam. So where can you use Batch? What can it orchestrate jobs over? Well, you can run jobs on just EC2, and Batch will provide a nice API which will manage spinning up EC2 instances for you, having the jobs run and shut down. Very similar to Elastic MapReduce or EMR. You can also run tasks on Fargate. The nice thing about Fargate is that you don't need to worry about managing images or anything like that. The downside is that it's a little bit more expensive than running on EC2, particularly in the context of Batch, because some of the benefits that you get from Fargate in terms of easy scaling, Batch is doing for you anyway. So you're essentially getting that when you're running on EC2. You can also run AWS Batch jobs on a Kubernetes cluster. So if you already have a Kubernetes cluster, Batch is just a nice way to run scheduled tasks. Now, the important thing to know for the exam is what sort of tasks you might want to use Batch for. And the answer to that is any sort of batch job, periodic task that you might want to perform. So often in high performance computing applications, you might want to do batch jobs. Also just end of day processing. So Batch has a variety of concepts which, as I say, you don't really need to know the details of for the exam. It has job definitions where you define, like, here's what I want to happen with Batch. You have a job queue, and you have compute resources which, as I said before, EC2, Fargate and EKS are your options there. Here's a nice summary for you. Until next time, enjoy the cloud.